Hey there, so I wanted to do a makeup video, kind of tutorial, my everyday makeup. I usually do kind of the same thing. I don't really wear a lot of makeup, usually just mascara, concealer, eyeliner, usually some sort of color of lipstick, or I'll just not wear lipstick, especially if I'm gonna be eating all day and I don't want it smudging off. What I do every day, usually it takes me like 5 minutes, 10 tops if I'm like trying to perfect my eyeliner or I get distracted or I'm trying to find the right lipstick. But normally it only takes me about 5 minutes. I usually have, where's my bag? Okay, I usually have my makeup bag with me at all times. Actually, my makeup bags have become the Ipsy bags that I get every month. So this was one from a couple months ago. Always keep the essentials in here. Toothbrush and toothpaste for lunch and breaks and eating at work. I have concealer. Oh my gosh, everything's rolling away. Okay. I have concealer. I actually got this from my Ipsy bag a couple months ago. It's great. I love it so much. It just comes right up and it's good to go. So I'm going to be using that. I also use this Wet n Wild mascara and fiber. So the first one is to prime and do a couple coats of that. Sometimes that's enough for me. Usually that is actually enough for me. I just do a couple coats, making sure that I got all the areas and just do a couple coats and they look great. But if you want to look even better, then you do the fibers, put those fibers on in between, and then you seal it again with the mascara. So I'm gonna do that actually today so you can see. I'm gonna do one with just the mascara and then the other one with the fibers as well. I also do eyeliner. It's a liquid eyeliner. Just goes on really easy. It's really nice and comes off pretty easy. Like if you make a mistake and you gotta wipe it off real quick, I just wipe it and it's good to go. The other thing I have, my Victoria's Secret spray, or my roller actually. I love sprays, but I love rollers more. It's direct. You get it right where you need it. Put it on your pulse points. So every time, and I put it like right here on me and then like right here on my neckline. So when they say the pulse points will set off the smell easier. So do that. And then when you're doing it, dab it. I think I just rolled it or smeared it around, but they say to dab it. Dab it keeps the smell there, and rubbing it just kind of blends it in and kind of makes it go away a little bit, but just dabbing a couple dabs and then let it dry. Should be good to go. I've been on this brown lipstick kind of phase right now. So I have two different things I use, but I do know it came out of one of my Ipsy bags. I thought when I first saw this, it was a bright pink, and I'm not a bright pink person. I'm not. It's a little too bright for me. Maybe as my skin gets a little darker during the summer, I might check it out. But for right now, especially with my pasty winter skin, I wanted to do a brown. And it looks very good. This one, it's more of a metallic-y, sheeny brown. But this other one, Beauty Mark, it's awesome. It's brown. I think it's NYX lingerie. Anyway, it's a nice dark brown. I think it goes really good with my skin tone. I'm going to show you how I put my makeup on for the day. So get a little closer here. So I usually start with my concealer just because that can get all the spaces that you need. I always go right under my eyes because that's usually where my dark circles are. And with waking up at 4 in the morning to be able to work at 5 in the morning, I'm usually not wanting to do a lot with makeup. I want to keep it simple, get it going, get out the door. Now, normally I'm waking up and I'm just getting ready and then I'm heading out the door and I'm like, crap, I forgot to do my makeup. That's why I keep my makeup bag in my work bag. So when I get to work, I get there early, I can just sit in the parking lot and do my makeup or go inside and do my makeup, and then we're good to go for the day because, ooh, I look rough, I think, in the morning. So Then I just put a little on top because I hate that you can see like the veininess in here. I don't like that, so I try to cover it up as much as I can. Okay. Oh, I feel bright-eyed already. Woo! Concealer, yeah! Okay, next, my eyeliner. So I usually try to, hold on. Okay, I'm back. So I always try to just go right, thin line right at the edge of my lid. If it's not perfect, that's okay. You can touch it up a little bit later. I usually try to keep it as even as I can. Now, while your makeup may not be perfect, that is okay. One side may not be as great as the other. Kind of like eyebrows, I feel like makeup, it may not always be twin sisters. May not be perfect, but they're sisters, so they're gonna be pretty close. So don't feel so bad if your makeup's not perfect. Speaking of eyebrows, I'm gonna be getting on mine here soon because I've been just trying to let them grow out because I know they're not the kind of eyebrows I would like to be working with right now. But I think if I can just kind of get a good shape and get some like fill-in stuff, brow fill-in stuff, I would be good to go. I always knew that's not something I wanted to spend a lot of time on because watching the videos, there was a lot of time spent on that. Now, granted, I'm my own obstacle. I could just wake up earlier. But if you're like me, that's not gonna happen. You're gonna take every ounce and every hour and every minute of sleep that you can get before you have to get up. But I would like to be able to work on my eyebrows as well and make it look very nice. But I use liquid eyeliners and waterproof because I sweat at work sometimes, especially when you're getting down and getting stuff done. I work at the Red Cross, so we're constantly moving around, getting people to donating and stuff like that. So we're moving all over the place and it can get hot in there. And so I want to make sure that my makeup is going to last all day. I don't have to worry about touching it up. I don't have to worry about just reapplying all of it because it's smearing down my face, you know? So I always go for waterproof, some sort of really good staying product. And Wet n Wild, many people think because Wet n Wild's just super cheap and you know you have like Revlon and CoverGirl and Almay and all these other higher brands, this stuff is still good. The next thing I'm gonna do, mascara time. So we're going to, you always get right underneath and get in there with the stick and just kind of work it in a side-to-side motion up because you want your wand to get in between every lash. So you gotta get under there, kind of like get as close as you can, and then shake it up. I always wish I knew why we have to have our mouths open when we're applying stuff to our eyes. It's crazy, but I understand it a little more because the first time I tried to just do this with my mouth closed, I totally just went like whomp just right to my face with mascara. So I was like, okay, so clearly it's a concentration thing. So we sit here like this, putting on mascara. I always do like a layer or two. Do my fibers now. And then seal it in with mascara. See what happens when I keep my mouth closed? Freaking. I'm good. Let's just smear it around a little. Okay, there we go. I think it's gone. There we go. Okay, good to go. So there's that part. Wow, that's a big difference from how I started. Yikes. I don't really, let's see, I don't really use a lot of foundation. I'll put it just like in my T-zone area. That's my worst area. I just go here. And here, here. So just about everywhere. Anywhere that I know I start getting, I have oily skin, so I try to get on top of that. That's actually why I got this, is it's supposed to help with my oily skin. And it definitely has. I've noticed it. I don't get too crazy with it. But when it's, normally I don't take this much time. Normally when it's in the morning, it's like, okay, eyeliner, concealer, mascara, go, 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 you know, kind of thing in the morning. So when I have more time, then I actually kind of get into it a little bit. It's time for lipstick. So I like doing this one first to kind of set a base for what I'm doing here. Because I like it's kind of a soft feel on my lips, so I know, because I know usually sometimes like this can dry out. Like I've tried it without doing this, and oh my god, I thought it started raining. I was like, there's some intense rain. It is all gloomy and stuff outside. So anyway, apartment life, gotta love it when you hear other people's stuff. I knew that I wanted it to go on easier than just putting it straight on my lips, and then after some time, my lips would, I don't want to say, start to get a little dry, and so it'd start to crack, and it'd be like you get the lines. And ever since I've been doing this, not so much. So I kind of set like a base color to it before I put the real color on it. So I just do that. It gives me this color, which isn't bad on its own. So if you want to do something simple like that, that's perfectly fine. But I like getting dramatic sometimes. If you work with me, you know. You my family, you know. You a friend of mine, I have my moments to be extra. But I love it with my makeup. So, simple, yet for me, kind of dramatic. Oh jeez, there's a bird outside my window. Scared the crap out of me. I was like, who's rolling up on me right now? Ah, it's just a bird. Okay, so, yes, this is usually what I do with my makeup. But before I'm done, normally I'm blotting this. I just take, because you don't want too much to be just sitting on there all day, and especially if it's dark, you usually have, sometimes it like smears off, gets on your teeth. So this is gonna be a little trick that I started doing ever since I started using more lipstick, because usually when we're putting it on, we're getting it on there, and then our lip, like once we're done, our lip kind of goes back under, so you're smearing your lipstick all over your teeth. So what I do is I take my finger and just right on the edge, just make sure that where it matters most, you have it, and then you don't have it. So see, some already came off. That would have been on my teeth. And I'm good on having that on my teeth because I'm not trying to have brown teeth. So sometimes I check it throughout the day. Sometimes I'll just, you know, just to make sure that there's nothing there and just make sure that it's all good throughout the day. I also really like to do other colors other than brown. I like to do sometimes a light pink, sometimes red, sometimes purple. So I want to show you what each of those look like as well. You don't always have to stick with one type of color. You can, this is how you mix it up. Look different every day. You're gonna get compliments. You'll be like, whoa, check that out. You look amazing, you know? And even if no one says anything, you know you look amazing. And that is all that matters, baby. I have this like peachy color too that I like to use. And normally if I'm using like 2 different colors, I will do like one on the bottom and then one on top. And you can even make your own colors. Like if you want to do, I don't know, a more reddish on the top and then like a lighter pink on the bottom, and then when you rub your lips together it makes kind of its own color, you're good. You can make whatever you want. There's no one way to do this, you know? Do it how you want to, honey. Now, they had a trend I remember seeing, something I never thought of doing, but that sounded pretty cool, where you left it like this. You had one color on the top and one color on another, but they were so super similar that you kind of noticed, but you saw it, the difference. So funny thing is, the tube, these look super different. It's like, well, maybe not super different. One of these is a little bit darker than, I think this one's a little bit darker than the other one. Yeah, you can kind of see it. This one's a little darker. But I like to blend it together. And there's my pink. Pinkish, peachish color that I like to wear as well. The next one that I have is a little more just all around pink. This one kind of is like a shimmery pink, and this one was actually a CoverGirl color stick, but I like all kinds of colors. Yeah, that's some bright pink. Normally I don't do that on its own, and if I do, it's just like dab, 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 and then just kind of rub it in with my finger, because that's a lot. Who knows, one day I'll rock this on its own one day, all over. But for now, I'm going to see kind of the same. It's like pink, pinkish, reddish. You could leave it separate and see what happens, but I like to rub mine together. So now it's like this nice pink. I really like it. So this butter lipstick I got from my Ipsy bag. Honestly, all the makeup I usually use is from my Ipsy bag. So $10 a month and I'm getting all new stuff, you know, every time. Also, a lot of the stuff I've gotten over these months, I think I've been an Ipsy glam bag subscriber for about a year, 2 years now. And I have stuff going way, way, way back. Like I had this Hikari eyeshadow. I have this nail polish, this Pretty Woman nail polish. I get charcoal wash off masks. I get more nail polish, wave spray for your hair. I get so many different types of things. Ultra repair cream, you know, face masks. I got face masks here too. It's a lot of stuff. I'll have to show you all. Oh my gosh, it's just this basket full of makeup. I need some organization in this thing, seriously. But I usually always use the same things every time, so I don't know, not that big of a deal to me. I'll get to it eventually, right? Probably not. Okay, so this one is my first time actually using that. Look at that. Never been used. And this sure does glide on like butter. It's probably why they called it butter. Oh yeah, glides right on. On my stomach. Definitely time to eat. Next one is this like pinkish maroonish color. You can clearly see how it's different, but all right. So yes, two separate colors, red and like maroonish. Just gonna rub them together. And we're good to go. And lastly, one of my favorites. I don't think I've worn this to work yet, but I've worn it out. It's CoverGirl. It was a color stay in this purpley color. It kind of matches my nails, so that's awesome. But it's the color stay I love so much. Okay, awesome. It's different. That's why I love it so much. So now, the thing about color stay is you gotta let it dry. This was the one that takes a little bit, so that's why I don't think I use it as often. I'll use it if I go out and stuff because I have time. But like, yeah, you gotta let it dry. Gotta let it work its magic. I like this color. Now, I have to put the color stay part on. It's the only way it's gonna stay, otherwise it's gonna come flaking off. I've made that mistake of just trying to let it dry and then just leaving. Ugh, my lips were so sticky, so gross. I had to wash it off like 10 minutes after I got to where I was going because it just didn't work without it. I wanted that matte look. I love the matte. I'm not a big glossy person. I love the matte look. I always try to do that with my nails when I can. These are not, but I always try to do that when I can. So you just feel for it to be still like wet and sticky, and it's not. So just put this over top of it, and see, it's not even coming off. Perfect. That is color stay for you. Now, I kind of put it generously all over because when I dab it, it's gonna, a lot of it's gonna come off, but some of it's gonna stay. But that's what gives me that, like if I leave it like this, it's kind of glossy looking. And I like it, but I like the matte feel better. So just kind of let it sit there for a minute. Absolutely nothing. That's why I love this so much, because I can go like that, nothing. This usually is amazing. I'll have drinks, I will eat, and this does not come off. And I don't even have to worry about doing this because my color stays holding it in, and I'm good to go for the rest of the day. And I love it. This is such a good color. Fun, different. I am going to be doing some more videos. Hopefully over these next few days, I'm gonna make a whole lot of videos and then just upload them over time. I am putting together my foot peel video. I'm uploading this one and then putting my foot peel video on. So that is coming probably either end of today or tomorrow at the latest. So stay tuned, super excited to see what we got going on. See you guys next time.